Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father really is God. I'm the unknown prophet of God, for real. And I want to talk about, well, folks, I did talk about an explosion. How God was coming out of nothing, right? I saw an explosion. I saw a big bang. A light, what did, did explode. It can be a portal. I don't know. You know, it's possible that this is a portal, but well, it was like an explosion, and the biggest I ever will see in my life. You will not see it that big on Earth. But about the explosions, right? So sometimes I better do not talk about this kind of things, because what the freak, folks, it start to happen. You know, today 4 explosions did happen. So not only Beirut, but also 4 more explosions did happen in what people die, you know. And I'm talking about explosions, how God was created. And then I think I better don't talk about explosions and all that kind of things. I did get it many times, folks. I talk about uh, something, and then this something, I see it start everywhere. And now this is with explosions. And I think this is not the last explosion. There are many more coming, because all these barns are filled up with explosives, and it's time for the explosions, I guess. So this is not the last explosion. It's it's like you watch a movie and you see part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. It is like that, eh? It go like that. It's like you see a series of movies, and sometimes I'm scared to talk to the people in what I know and what I did get from God, and it start to happen. What is coming out of my mouth, and that is crazy, folks. This is a thing, I get it all the time, and it's crazy. It makes me crazy, because you can figure out that I speak the truth. It's like how you call this? How you call this thing? Proof. It's like proof, you know. I prove to you that what's coming out of my mouth will start to happen. And sometimes I'm very scared of this, because it really does. It really start to happen. And today I talk about explosions, and today lots of explosions happen. And we are not on the end of the day yet. So maybe today more explosions will happen. And maybe bigger than yesterday with this this country who took many lives, and many with no roofs above their heads, and many who are in the hospital and need to fear for their lives, need to fight for their lives. These are many who will fight for their lives to stay in the existence time, you know. And it's crazy, folks, if you go like this. It's crazy that you need to fight for your life. You know, today I did talk with God. God did show me that an airplane will be shot down. And I told my Father God, 300 people did die. And these are streets filled up with people. But as long people do not live next to each other, then there is not such a big problem. But you need to understand, when this explosion will happen in an airplane and the whole neighborhood is gone, then you will understand. And forever, you will never forget, because your nice neighbors are all gone. They did step into that airplane. And I told this to my Father God. You know, I always speak with my Father God in that way, in what I think, what gives me the most bad feelings, you know. And that's a very bad feeling if you stand up, you hear there was an explosion of an airplane, you know, and the people next to you in the whole neighborhood, they're all gone. You are living there alone because you are the one who never did step in. Then you will understand the feeling of the people you're gonna lose. And this is what I told my Father God, you know. So that the feeling will go more hard into you, so that you will understand what I am talking about. We are not talking about, oh man, these are 300 people and I don't care. Now you will start to care if they did live next to you. You will think, where are all the people? And then you hear the story, there was an explosion. And then you will start to feel and understand and cry. Because your whole neighborhood finally did explode. You know, folks? And this is how I put the things together, so that I will get a strong feeling of people who did die. I always do it like that. And you better take an example of this. You cannot say, well, I don't care. God is listening, folks. And the angels are listening. You know? And the bad angels, they hate me in the way I speak. I know. The bad people hate me because I speak the truth. I try to give you more feelings in what did die. To get the feelings more close to you, the people who are in that airplane need to live in your neighborhood so that you will understand much better. And the feeling and the pain and the tears, it will come automatically. You're gonna miss these people. But now, they do not live next to you, so you will say, oh man, that's bad. But the next day, yeah, you do your thing, and maybe today you think about it, and tomorrow you do other things. You forget the situation, what did happen. You know? It's also good that you don't walk around with this all the time, because it's not good for you. But realize what really did happen. And you can never say, oh man, I don't care. But that is what the people say all the time, if it do not happen next to them. but on any door, folks. For these people will knock the dead on your doors. For all the people who did say this, all the time, well, I don't care. There are lots of people, and many do die every day. It was not the meaning, folks, that you will die every day. It is the meaning that you live every day, not dying. So something is terribly wrong. People are dying. And I try to get the feeling into you so that you will understand what the feeling really is. And that you will not say, I don't care. Because the people who do not care now, the dead will knock on your doors, folks. I did warn you many times about this thing, but the dead will knock on your doors. This is especially for the people who do not care so much, who did think on their own. Huh? And it's really the truth, folks. The dead will knock on that type of people their doors. And then they will run for life. And then they will start to think what the unknown prophet did say. And then the feeling comes. So is it important what I say? I thought so. I'm here to learn, folks. But you are also here to learn. You understand? And you can learn a lot of talking from me. I know what I'm talking about. You definitely many times do not even know what you're talking about. It comes out of your mouth and you don't think about it, and when it is coming out of your mouth, it's already too late. You did say something wrong. You never can recover it or take it away. Everything you do, you say, you never can change it. It did happen, and it stayed that way. So if I say that your mom is a hooker, it did come out of my mouth, I never can change it. You understand? And if you say to me that your mom is a hooker, or do you think that your mom is a hooker? And you tell me, then I will say, is she? Is she a hooker? You know it better than me. You understand? But from the dirty words that come out of your mouth, I will put it back into your mouth. And I know how to do it, folks. So easy. And then you will say nothing anymore. Because you've got nothing to say. Because I did lock it up. I will make you speechless. For me, so easy. This is also something what you get from God when you do really walk with God. You can make people speechless. They will say nothing anymore because they can't. the voice and the mind is locked up. Don't know what to say. Like a paper of a president was blowing in the wind. With the speech on it. If the speech is gone on the paper, then the people will come speechless, for the paper is gone.